almost 13 years ago. Our marriage was over, and I had left, and my husband had started to attend Celebrate Recovery. We had been through 10 years of Christian counseling that did no good for us. We had gone round and round the same mountain thousands of times, it feels like, and we had gotten no help, and I was hopeless. And when he had started to attend Celebrate Recovery and I had moved out, I finally began to see some real changes, some changes that stuck, that had meat to them. It really was the only hope for our marriage at that time. That was 13 years ago, and we are still doing great. My husband and I have been leading Celebrate Recovery for the past 5 years. It is probably one of the best broad spectrum recovery programs out there for all kinds of hurts, habits, and hangups, not just drugs and alcohol. But it doesn't go very deep. And that's why we want to bring in Restoration Night, because we want to bring in studies like Genesis Process and codependency and past sexual abuse, just a variety of different studies that go very, very deep into understanding what our human problem is so that we can walk better with God through that and into healing.
I'm just super excited about Restoration Night because there's not a one-size-fits-all anything. And Celebrate Recovery is an amazing foundation and a 12-step study. And I don't know a single person that doesn't need to go through a step study. But then once you get that foundation and you start to get out of denial, you start seeing the truth, doing an inventory and freeing yourself from the burdens of guilt and shame and resentment, then you can really start dealing with some of the deeper issues.
I think it's going to be a great introduction for people who are not used to coming to this type of group and talking about issues. If they can jump into a restoration group and talk about solving everyday conflict or working through their finances, it's a great way to just dip your toe into something. It just shows that you can do it.
Every Thursday night, what keeps me coming is the fact that I know I'm going to meet Jesus for who he is through his people.
One of the things that holds people back from coming to studies like this is not having childcare. And so we do have childcare, and the kids are going to learn the exact same lessons that we're learning in the large group. How to have these conversations, how to talk about your emotions, how to resolve conflict between people, how to forgive, how to make amends. As we move into Restoration Night, we are going to basically have a similar format to what we've been doing, where we have a large group and we have some worship time and a message is given. And then we're going to break down into small groups. What we've had in the past is mixed issues and the Celebrate Recovery Step Study. And we're just going to add in lots of different kinds of studies. Genesis Process, the codependency book. Over the seasons, we'll add, past sexual abuse or sexual integrity groups, a marriage group, resolving conflicts. And it may be something you want to take a class and then take a break for a while and then come back and take another class.
There's just so much to learn. Everyone has hurts, habits, and hangups, and no one is excluded from that. So why not take the next step to be a part of what the Lord is doing?
A lot of times it can seem like, that's a place for people who have substance abuse problems, or those for those people. I mean, the church is for people who are sick. Everybody has some type of problem. And it's just really cool to go there and just lay my pride down and say, I might not struggle with substances or alcohol, but I'm far from perfect. I have a lot of things that I need to work on.